If we're able to pass mandatory buybacks and I'm able to sign that into law, then I fully expect our fellow Americans to turn in their AR-15s and their AK-47.
Robert, you do realize that criminals, by definition, don't follow laws, right? But of course you know this because, well, you're the same guy who was arrested for a burglary and a DWI, so clearly you know this. But who am I kidding? You're Robert Francis f***ing O'Rourke. You don't follow laws, you make the laws for the lowly old regular American people to follow. The same American people who get up every day and work their ass off to provide for their family and have AR-15s and AKs to protect those same families from people like you who don't follow laws and think they can just take anything they want from people at the point of a gun. So of course you expect us to just comply because you're a criminal. And like most criminals, you all expect full compliance just because you put a gun in somebody's face. The only difference between you and an armed criminal is that you plan to send people with a gun and a badge to come and commit your robberies for you.
For anyone who does not and is caught in possession or seen in possession of one of these weapons of war, one of these instruments of terror, that weapon will be taken from them and they will be fined. And if they should persist in continuing to use and to buy these weapons, then there will be other consequences in the criminal code.
And there you have it. For all the people saying that a mandatory gun buyback is not a gun confiscation, do you now see that that is exactly what it is? I mean, he literally just said it. If you don't sell it back, they will just come and take them. Not only will they just take them, they will fine you for it and then press other charges on you if you continue. This isn't just Beto, this is every candidate we're talking about here. Any one of them is mentioning anything about a buyback. It's the same shit.
How much do you think a mandatory gun buyback would cost taxpayers? Have you thought about that yet?
I think a mandatory buyback can be financed with a surcharge that would be paid by gun manufacturers, those who are making the AR-15s and AK-47s, and continue to sell them into our communities despite the terror that they've inspired and the lives that they've been taken. I think this is the right way to fund a mandatory buyback without imposing any new taxes on our fellow Americans.
$9.6 billion. That's how much a buyback would cost. That's if they paid $600 for each rifle, the average price of an AR-15. For 16 million AR-15s in America, and that's on the low end. I have ARs worth $3,000 to $5,000, so do millions of other people. This fool is talking about paying $9.6 billion to confiscate a gun that is used in less than 1% of gun deaths in this country. You can't make this kind of stupidity up. To make matters worse, he wants the gun industry to pay for it, which means that he wants you to pay for it. Because we all know the gun industry would do is increase the price of the guns to offset the cost of the gun. But let's be real. Does he really think he's gonna get the gun industry to pay to take back guns that they sold to us? I went to law school and became a lawyer to get away from math. But even my subpar mathematical mind can see that a mandatory buyback would be disrespectfully expensive and for absolutely no reason. Keep in mind, those numbers I mentioned are just the cost to purchase the guns back. It doesn't include the manpower, the logistics, all of it, you name it. It's a money black hole to solve a less than 1% issue that even won't be solved even if we did it. This isn't just about Beto. This is the mentality of all of these candidates. Some of them call it a buyback. Others call it a voluntary buyback or some other euphemism. But the philosophy is all the same. They'll ask us to give them our guns once at a fraction of the price. And then if we don't, they'll just come and try to take them. And yes, I said try. Right now, there's a culture war against the Second Amendment, which is why I need your help spreading our message to counter their message. You can do this by leaving a comment, sharing this video, and click the bell and subscribe button. Let my voice be your voice, and let them know you want to keep America tactical. Because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion, it was a directive. Also, if you're wondering where to purchase your state-specific Keep America Tactical shirt, click the link under the Keep America Tactical in the description section of this video.